Mister Gleen and Maven have come back to the Wrestle Story. You didn't do it.
That's why you wanted me to.
Oh, jeez. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story. We discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW and NXT, and every Friday after Smackdown. We are live.
Also, here on this channel, we make Maven look stupid. So, hey guys, what's up? We are back.
Yes.
What? I can't believe this. So, wow, that show. I really didn't think it was bad. Mr. G?
No, it wasn't bad. I thought it was solid. Starring John.
What is that?
Where have we been? Where have you been?
Yeah, that's the better question.
That is the question. That we want to know.
We
got like a copyright strike. We actually put a video up on the channel and said go to make up Maven's Wrestling Rants.
Yeah, Maven's Wrestling Rants.
Yeah.
See the logo in the corner?
Yes.
Over there, it's in that corner. Technically.
Yes.
It's over there. So we were over there on that channel because we got a stupid bogus copyright strike. And we weren't able to stream until today. And today is the first day back.
Yes.
So it's really exciting! To all the people that did not come over to Maven's Wrestling Rants.
Yes.
We are so happy to be back, to be able to chat with everybody.
We are glad to be back. Hello, Johnny Lead. How you doing? We got lots of Johns in here. Johnny Lead, John L, starring John.
Folks, tonight.
Survivor Series.
I really didn't think this was a bad show, honestly. I feel like there were points that I was a bit about. Actually, 3 specifically. But the rest of the show was good. I think there was a lot of good wrestling on this show.
Yes. I thought, well, the wrestling I thought was solid. Other than that, 13,500 followers, man. You're the man. You are the man.
So. We
tried to go live on, this is stupid.
It didn't work.
No, you know why?
Just don't.
It said no nudity is allowed on Facebook. Like, what? Apparently my face is naked, so they said I was showing nudity.
Okay, then. I don't know.
We tried to go live on Facebook, and it apparently didn't take.
Okay, whatever. Just close it. We're on Twitch and on YouTube.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why. But
alrighty, guys.
We'll get it figured out and fixed.
And get into it.
Yes.
So, we start off with the pre-show.
Rollins wanted to get out of there quickly tonight.
Yeah,
yes.
Man, I'm gonna
he
talk
had
about
nowhere
that.
else to be. Lana was a sole survivor. Lana was a sole survivor. Lana was a sole survivor. Yes.
I'm going to talk about that.
I watched the Chiefs Raiders game and Survivor Series at the same time. You are very talented, Scott.
Am I the only one that cried for the Undertaker? No, I'm sure you weren't. I didn't cry.
John L., I thought about it.
Well, when I walked in here, you were
said,
wiping your glasses off, and I was going to be like, what the heck, dude?
I said, this is stupid. Thank you.
I didn't.
I probably, a lot of people are like, oh, no, this wasn't stupid. No, this is stupid.
I disagree.
Okay?
I'm okay with it.
Okay, well, when we get to it, I'll tell you why it's stupid.
Put some clothes on, Mr. G.
Yeah, what is up with that? It said no nudity. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
You got me. Yeah, I'll talk about The Undertaker when we get to it. So, we start the show off, on the pre-show. We have this dual brand battle royal. And in the battle royal, we have Miz, Morrison, Ricochet, Murphy, Cedric Alexander, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Apollo Crews, Dolph Ziggler, Jeff Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Nakamura, Kalisto, Elias, Robert Roode, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, and Chad Gable. So, then we go through a list of people eliminating each other, and we get down to the final 3, which are Miz, Dominic Mysterio, and Chad Gable. Chad Gable and Mysterio had a little spot because right before that, Mr. Mysterio eliminated Miz. He pushed him through the bottom rope, so technically he didn't get eliminated, and Mysterio is stupid. So Gable and Mysterio are fighting each other, and Dominic's all like, oh, I'm gonna be all sloppy. And Chad Gable looked good, though. Dom, not so much, but, you know, it is what it is. So we had that. And then Miz ultimately came back in after Dominic eliminated Chad Gable, which led Miz to win the Battle Royal, and they'll probably blame it on Dominic Mysterio being, like, new. And I'm like, no, he's just stupid. So, have you never seen a Battle Royal before in your life? Because, clearly, 1, the person has to go over the top rope. Clearly, 2, you're a fool for pushing him through the bottom rope. 3, you're a fool for not checking behind you before you, like, celebrated. Idiot. So, yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
I'm sure Dominic was all like, oh, man. Dad, I can't believe I lost the Battle Royal. Where the heck was Aaliyah when I needed her to save me?
Hey.
Or Murphy?
Where was Lars?
The bad guy.
I can't believe Lars wasn't around. You know?
I can't believe he wasn't in the Battle Royal either.
Jeez.
Also,
I wanted Dominic to win that Battle Royal.
Me too. It would have done more for him than it would have The Miz, honestly. Like, The Miz is already Mr. Money in the Bank. It's like, what's the point? You want a stupid, like, dual brand Battle Royal. It doesn't make a difference, dude. It doesn't make a stupid difference. So, why not just give it to Dom, and then Dom can go brag about it on SmackDown and be all like, I won this Battle Royal, and it makes me the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like, why couldn't they have done that?
And French bread.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I actually missed this match, so...
Yeah, you didn't see it. You didn't miss much.
Well, I, was bringing stuff in and saw just parts of it, and so... by the way, was Morrison ever eliminated? Was he ever eliminated?
I don't know. I don't recall.
I don't know. Because this is, like I said, this is a match I missed.
So, after this, we get...
Hello, James. How you doing?
What is up?
We are back. We are back again.
We get the men's 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. AJ Styles, Matt Riddle, Braun Strowman, Keith Lee, and Sheamus versus Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Otis, and who's the other person? Kevin Owens.
Good job. You remembered. You're amazing. Lana, of all people, why in God's name? I'm going to tell you why, James. I'm going to tell you why here in just a minute.
Thanks for letting me know that
Yes.
I'm amazing. I appreciate it. Anyways, this match was actually pretty decent. I rather enjoyed this. I didn't think I was gonna like this match, but I mean, I knew who was gonna win, but it was good still.
This was a solid match. And overall, the match itself, was okay. But the fact that they had somewhat of a storyline tied to it made it a little better. If they would have had more storylines tied to it, it would have been a lot better. But the fact that it was pretty obvious what was going to happen because the Raw team has been fighting with each other all week, and you knew this was going to happen.
Actually, you mean the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Maven got all choked up, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. And
So-
I finished
so-
my cranberry juice already, so...
Johnny Elite says this match shocked me with the fact that no one from Team Raw was eliminated. It did not shock me because of the simple fact, the way they were building this, that the fact that they were building this as the Raw team was kind of fighting with each other. So it didn't shock me with the way they did this.
Yeah.
Wrestle Story, how you doing, Akeem?
What is up, my dude?
So I felt that this did not like none of this was shocking. Um,
None of it was shocking, no, but I still found it very entertaining. I don't know what it was about this that I thought was so good. I mean, it was like good wrestling, I suppose. So Seth Rollins, he sacrifices himself. He's the first elimination. He ends up, getting in the ring, and he's all like, Sheamus, you know what to do. Do it for the greater good. And then Sheamus kicked his head off, and then he laid there, and he took the pin. And Team SmackDown was like,
this was good.
What did you just do?
I thought this was good.
I thought this was brilliant. I thought it was really funny. I was like, Seth was like, I got places to be, folks. Like, I don't have time for this.
Peace out!
So I'm leaving. I thought it was so funny. I mean, you have...
I gotta be home at 8 o'clock!
You have all
Knock me
stuff.
out! I gotta get on a plane!
You have all this stuff with, like, Seth not wanting to wrestle Matt Riddle, and he has said, I will not wrestle Matt Riddle, and Matt Riddle was on Team Raw, and he was on Team SmackDown, and people were like, I wonder how that's going to play out. And I was like, we didn't even get to see anything because he got eliminated first! Man, it was really funny. I found it very hilarious. I am thinking that this is going to be Seth's last match for a bit. I think he's probably going to come back at the Rumble.
Yes. I think he'll be back. It's going to be a while. I think he's going to be on for a while.
I think he's going to come back at the Rumble, and you know what I would love to see? I would love to see him ditch this Messiah gimmick and come back as the Burn It Down Seth Rollins, because I feel like I just want to see it. I'm not like over the Messiah, but I'm just not in love with him.
Now that he's been sacrificed, he can go do something else.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's done everything he possibly can as a Messiah right now. He did the whole Mysterio feud. I mean, he got beat by Murphy, didn't he? He got beat by Murphy. I think that happened. And so I think that it just makes sense to maybe like have him move on from this and like while he's gone, sort of reinvent himself.
Yeah.
So I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I mean it does. It makes a lot of sense doing it that way. I mean, again, I liked what they did with this. I liked the whole Jey Uso thing, what they were doing with that. So I mean, considering this match didn't really have anything like build up to it. I mean, there was nothing to it. The match itself was good.
Yeah.
I would say overall the whole show wasn't bad. The wrestling helped make it better, but for me, I'd like a storyline to go with it.
Yeah.
And so the whole Seth storyline in this kind of helped it out. And then the Jey Uso storyline at the end, where he's the last man standing and ends up getting pinned, I think that helped it out some.
Seth didn't even get a single move in. No, he didn't. He just literally was like, take me.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Which I thought was funny. So Seth gets eliminated, and then Styles eliminates Kevin Owens, and then Riddle eliminates King Corbin with the sloppiest, I guess it's called the floating bro. I don't know. It was like a flippy thing in the air, like twisted, and it was the sloppiest thing I've ever seen in my life. It looked terrible. And then you had Braun Strowman, who eliminated Otis. We had this spot in the match where Otis and Keith Lee were fighting each other, and I felt like it was really slow, and I really did not like it. It was like a very slow part of the match, and they did it like right in the middle of it, and I was just like, no, thank you. I didn't need to see Keith Lee and Otis. Side note, Keith Lee got new music. It's still not as good as his original theme song, but it's better than the one that he had. He's actually singing on this track, and so it sounds better than...
Starring John says Keith Lee's new theme song is dope.
Well, that's great. I mean, you can like it. I don't love it. It's better than the other one that they had. The first one is still better.
Yeah, it's better. Let's see here. Let's get caught up in chat.
Okay.
Starring John Correct James, he has to be home because Becky is about to give birth soon. Yeah, hopefully not like before he gets home. I talked to Garza yesterday, John Elite. I'm hoping it went well, Akeem. And everything went good. Starring John, the real reason why the Messiah gimmick was running its course is because the greater good needs to end with him having title to get a championship with the gimmick other than the Raw Tag Team titles. I don't think he needs a title. I think the big thing is there's a lot of stuff they could have done with this Messiah thing and getting stuck with the whole Ray thing forever.
Well, they did that feud for like 18 years.
Yeah.
Which is like, towards the end there when they got the whole Murphy and Aaliyah thing going, I mean, I thought it was real funny. And I just liked coming on here every week and making fun of it.
Yeah.
Now, like, I don't know. I don't think that helped him.
Yeah.
Was doing that feud forever.
No, I think that I think it kind of hurt the whole Messiah gimmick. I mean, it just, like...
Also, and then you had at the beginning with the whole Messiah gimmick where he had his group of people. AOP got hurt. Austin Theory had bad things come out about him. You sent, all these people away, and then he was just left with Murphy. And so he didn't have anybody else.
And Murphy wanted out because bad things were happening to everybody that was around the Messiah. So he said, hey, peace out, dudes, because I don't have nothing to do with this. Let's get this over.
Oh, man. So, I don't know. I think I definitely want to see the Burn It Down Seth Rollins come back.
We'll see what they do. I mean, it's. I mean, if we see the Burn It Down Seth Rollins, I'd be cool with that. If we see the Messiah come back, but do something more with him, rather than just the same repetition and stuff, then I'd be cool with that too.
Yeah.
So
after this, we have Keith Lee, who eliminates Jey Uso. Jey Uso is the last person left on the team. I was thinking that it was going to play out with... I thought that Jey Uso was going to... Well, you were sitting there, you were like, I think Jey Uso's going to win this. I think he's going to win the match for them. And I was like, nah, they can't do that, because that's what they're going to do with the women's match, so that makes absolutely no sense for them to do it with this. And then I was like, okay, well, this makes much more sense. It's doing... Jey Uso takes the L, and then I was dead set on Drew and Jay happening later in the show. I really didn't think Roman was going to wrestle, but he did. So I thought the way that this was going to work was Jay was going to lose, Roman was going to be really angry at him, and as punishment, he was going to end up putting him in the match against Drew instead of Roman fighting.
Yeah.
It made sense. It was logical in my mind. That's not what they ended up doing.
No, I thought... But
smart if they did.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
I think this is good, though.
So Jay lost. Team Raw won. I think they had to.
James says, I really enjoyed the women's 5-on-5 match, except the end. James, we'll talk about that here in just a minute. I'm way beyond over with Naya and Shayna. I think what they're doing is cool. Johnny Late says, I am so happy they fixed Keith Lee's theme. I just hope they get rid of the top he's wearing. In other words, Johnny Late would like to see him naked.
He's curious.
We couldn't go on Facebook because of nakedness for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, man. So,
apparently it looked at my face and said, you're naked, and wouldn't let me go on.
So, after this... Oopsie doopsie. I don't know what that was. After this, we have the Street Profits.
Oh, crap.
In the back. And the Street
Apparently
Profits.
I didn't change that. My bad.
You should probably fix that. And the Street Profits are like, we're going to take the torch from the New Day because we're up and we want the smoke. This was one of their less annoying segments. I tweeted that out. I was like, generally they annoy me, but this was actually a pretty decent segment. I like the segment. And so after this, we get the New Day versus the Street Profits, and my gravies. Guys, this was the best match on the card. This was so good. Like, they tore the house down. This was such an amazing match. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It was like, the Profits and New Day worked so well together. And they just worked so well together. And, like, I don't know what else to say. It was so good.
I would agree. I think that...
like, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was a good match. Again, I think it's one of those things that you sit here and you watch it, and it wasn't... In my opinion, it wasn't... it wasn't necessarily built up the way it needed to be.
Well, I agree with that.
And so, I mean, if you like wrestling, it's just the wrestling part of it, that's fine. But me personally, to be invested in it, I want a story to go with it. And I just felt that there was really no big story to this. There was nothing to it. And so, even though the match was good, because the match was good, I just felt that, that it could have been a lot better if they had tied a story to it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, I guess, but I really enjoyed this, and I thought this is a really, really great match, and they worked so well together. And Street Profits are stars. Montez Ford is a star. His frog splash gets better every time I see it. I mean, I swear.
Oh, excuse me.
That was the silentest sneeze you've ever sneezed.
I could have just let it loose. And...
The New Day are stars. They're so charismatic. They're so good in the ring. Their gear was fire. They came out in... They're like in a game, and I've forgotten what it's called. But there's like a pack for a game on the Xbox. And I can't remember what it's called. They showed an ad for it. And they came out in gears something. I don't know. But it's game. It's a video game. And they came out in this gear that is supposed to look like Gears 5! There you go. Gears 5. And they came out in gear that was modeled after, you know, what they have in the game. And it looked really freaking sick. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Definitely cool.
So, Gears 5. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for letting me know what game it was.
Let's see
I am
here.
clueless sometimes.
Mrs. Gleen says, "It's your naked face, Mr. G." Yep, that's probably what cost us on Facebook right now. John L., I think it means to make Lana the sole survivor since she's been through a lot. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, I'm going to talk about it here in just a little bit. James says that was a great match, talking about Street Profits and New Day. Definitely a great match. Again, I just wish there was a story to it. Just no story, which kind of killed it. Kind of, you know, one of those things that's... You need to have a story to go with it. If Seth were to turn face, what would his theme be? Because the current theme he uses wouldn't make sense.
I think they should go back to the burn it down.
Nah, they gotta come up with something else.
That's what
They burn the house down, pun intended. Yes, definitely.
I think they should go back to the other one.
Bless you. Thank you, Mrs. Gleen. Did everyone have a great Saturday? Yes. I had a great Sunday, too. James.
Yeah,
I hope you had a great
for
Sunday.
sure.
Yes.
So, the Street Profits won. This kind of shocked me. I really thought the New Day was going to win this match, and they didn't. The Street Profits won, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, I was okay with the ending. I was okay with how they did it. I mean, like I said, the only thing I need out of this is a story. I want a story to go with my wrestling. Not just throw wrestlers out there. The show was disappointing, 5.8 out of 10. I will tell you where I'm going to rate it, Hakeem, when we are done here. Because it was better than I thought it was going to be.
So after this we have Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. And this...
Saturday was the anniversary of when I met Mr. G online. Yes. 19 years. Crazy.
So this was okay. I really like Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is great. Bobby Lashley, I could leave him. I'm not a huge fan. This was just kind of meh. Like, I really had a hard time getting into this specific match, and my issue was, like, I don't really understand, like, I generally really like Sami Zayn's stuff, but I feel like this was just not it.
I felt this was good. This was a good match. I love the way they did it. The only thing I didn't like was the ending. They played the Sami Zayn trying to get Lashley disqualified, which was cool. The only thing I wish they would have ended it with Zayn having one of the other guys like punch him, and then the ref sees it, but rather than disqualify him, he sends all of the rest of the Hurt Business back to the locker rooms. And then, of course, have Lashley end up winning the match. But, I mean, they could have done a little more with this to make it more interesting because, if they had done it to where he didn't get disqualified, or if, he got punched, but the others didn't get disqualified, I think it would have been a lot better.
Got it.
But I mean, overall the match is good. I loved, Sami did the thing I think he should have been doing, trying to get Bobby Lashley disqualified, and
I will say I did love the spot where MVP tripped him up, and then
well, MVP didn't trip him up.
Well, he tripped over his foot.
Whatever.
Yeah. He did technically. He stuck his foot out, and then Sami Zayn.
No, I watched it twice. He didn't stick his foot out. Okay. He was just standing there.
Whatever. And then you had Corey Graves who was sitting there. He was like, I saw it!
Yeah.
He tripped you!
No, he didn't.
He tripped you up!
He didn't trip.
And then they brought the referee over, and they were like, oh, yes, you tripped him! I saw it with my own 2 eyes!
Yeah.
It was right here on the thing! I saw it! And the ref was like, yeah, whatever. That made me laugh. I thought that was funny.
I don't know. The suits the Hurt Business were wearing were fire. Yeah, they were pretty cool. James says, I would like for Bianca to have a chance. Maybe if or when Becky returns, she could face Becky for the first time. She won't beat Bex, though, or Bed, one of the two. But it will be a hell of a match, though. I agree. She would win, though. Sorry, James.
So after, we have this segment called Roman and Jay in the back. And essentially, Roman is like, get out of my sight. I don't want to see you. Go away.
Good segment.
And that was that. And I was just like, okay, sure.
He basically tells Jay he's a loser.
You
and
tell him that he's a part of your family and you're going to take care of him 3 weeks prior. And then you're like, sorry, you're kicked out of the family. Get out of here.
There's no place at the table for him if he's not going to lead his team to victory.
Yeah, whatever. Loser.
I don't blame him. He should have been kicked out. There's no longer a spot at the table if you can't take the people you're in charge of, you can't take them out there and lead them to a victory, then you shouldn't be on my team. Or you should go figure out how to get on my team.
Guys are so harsh.
Johnny Elite says, James, no, I fell asleep for 24 hours on Saturday. That sucks, Johnny Elite. I don't know. I just think that this was a good segment. I like what they did with it. I like what they're doing with this. And Jay's going to try and prove himself.
Again.
Obviously, tonight, at the end, he did.
Again, so we're just going to do the cycle of Jay proving himself again. Which I don't think...
Because he's going to have to do it.
No, but it's not, though, because it's the same crap that we've seen for the last 18 weeks.
I think Jimmy's going to feud with Jay. Well, Jimmy can feud with Jimmy if he wants to. I'd like to see that match. Jimmy versus Jimmy.
Oh, man. I don't understand it, though. Why do this all over again? We're literally in the same position that we were in, a month ago. With Jay and Roman. It's what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know. This is the anniversary of me being part of the Wrestle Story. Well, congratulations, John L. We appreciate you.
It's I don't understand.
James, what? I think he meant to say Jimmy versus Jay. Johnny Elite.
I just don't understand it, though. Why go back and undo everything that you just did a month prior with all the Hell in a Cell matches and all the whatever the garbage they just did with Jay and Roman? Why are we doing that again?
I don't know, but I think that... I think that a lot of it has to do with Jay has to continue to prove himself.
I don't care.
I do. I think it's cool. It's a cool story.
No, but I don't, because I think it's going to get old.
Well, it might get old, but it's him having to prove himself.
I'm already tired of it, and I don't understand...
It's what a tribal chief would do.
I don't care. It's a stupid gimmick. And it's going to get repetitive on SmackDown. And SmackDown is going to go from being the good show to the bad show. And I would rather not do that, because I rather enjoy SmackDown as it is right now over Raw. Don't make me switch it. Don't make me be excited to watch Lana go through a table 18 weeks in a row. Don't do it, WWE. Because if you do this with the Roman and Jay feud, that is absolutely what's going to happen. So don't. Please.
Yeah.
For my sanity
I think it's
and
good.
Yours.
I love it.
Don't.
It's good.
No, it's not.
Blame my typing in this stupid keyboard. I don't blame you, James. I'd blame the typing and the keyboard. Because Jimmy and Jay are spelled almost the same way. Just saying. So after this segment, we get Sasha versus Asuka.
This is a really good match. I really enjoyed this one, too.
Excellent match.
A really great match. They have such good chemistry. I could watch them wrestle over and over again. I don't think they've put on a bad match since they've wrestled each other over the last several months. I don't think they've had a bad match.
Again, this was an excellent match. The issue I have with this one is no build, no story to it. See the theme here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I thought this was an excellent match. I think if it was just wrestling, this would be like, you know, I mean, for the most part, just for the wrestling tonight, this pay-per-view was really good. The issue is the storylines to go with it.
I don't know. I enjoyed this. It's a good match.
I said I enjoyed the match. I just think it could be a lot better with the, you know, with the whole storylines. I mean, the storylines is what helps make things good.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to come back babyface and Roman Reigns. I'm assuming you're talking about, who are you talking about there, John? Now, I'm assuming you're talking about Seth. Shayna Baszler gives Keith Lee stupid because their booking looked like a joke. Yeah. Sometimes the booking is a joke. Happy TWS anniversary, John Now, from Mrs. Gleen. Wonder if Untouchable Carmella is going after Sasha and her title.
Probably.
I would say probably, James.
Guys, I'm gonna yell at something here in just a second. Actually, now, because, next, Sasha won, which I'm fine with, and that's not what I'm gonna yell about. What I'm gonna yell about is this Women's Survivor Series match. This Women's Survivor Series match was stupid. You wanna know why it was stupid? Exhibit A. Bayley. Bayley was eliminated by Peyton Royce. Bayley. She was eliminated first. My first problem with this. Exhibit B. Natalya was annoying, as always. Exhibit C. Lana. Lana is Exhibit C, okay? The thing is here, I have no problem with Lana being the sole survivor. The issue I have is the way they did it. The booking was absolutely terrible. 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 Should have never been done this way, because this did not help Lana. This did not help Lana, and this did not help Lana. In fact, this did not help Lana. And anybody who thinks that it helped Lana is a fool. Sorry, Mr. G, you're a fool. Exactly. She did nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all. So, let's just get into this, shall we? So, Peyton Royce eliminates Bayley first after this really weird, suplex off the top rope into the people outside the ring where Bayley landed on the floor. They did not catch her. So that was the first thing. Bayley was eliminated. Then we have Natalya, who takes Peyton Royce out of the match. Then we have Lacey Evans, who then eliminates Natalya. Then we have Baszler, who chokes out Ruby Riott. Then we have Liv Morgan, who pins Lacey Evans. Then we have Nia Jax, who uses a Samoan drop and she pins Liv. Then we have Lana, who's standing on the outside of the ring on the steps, because Nia and Shayna were like, "Stand there, don't move, you die." And I'm like, okay, great, idiots. And then we have Shayna, who will not let go of the Kirifuda clutch or whatever the heck it's called. And so then she gets disqualified because Bianca Belair is the last person left in this match for Team Smackdown. And then we have Bianca and Naya Jax, who both got counted out because Naya was thrown over the stupid thing. And Bianca was still on the outside, and so Lana won the stupid match. And I was like, what? Lana was in the ring for a total of 2 seconds. She wrestled in the match for 2 seconds. What? What was this? This was stupid. Literally stupid. Dumb. I literally hopped up from the couch and was like, there were about 18 ways you could have done this to make Lana the sole survivor, and you chose this one? Are you freaking kidding me? This was dumb. This did not help anybody. If you wanted to protect Bianca Belair, fine. You could have protected her. What? What was this? Stupid. stupid. That's what this was. Actually, let me just answer my own question. This was dumb. Okay? Dumb. Absolutely dumb. We're going to see Lana go through a table tomorrow night on Raw. Can't wait. So excited. Then we're going to get to watch her go through a table for the next 18 weeks. Why? Because they feel that it's funny or something, and I'm just kind of like, this is stupid. It's not helping Lana. In fact, it's making people dislike Lana. It's making people, angry like me. And this was stupid. I think the whole point here is for us to sympathize with Lana. Yeah, that's not happening, dude. Not because of your on-screen storytelling. So that's sure not the case. It's bad. This was bad. This was stupid. And I don't understand the point. Like, 15 different ways they could have done this, and they chose this one. This just made me dislike Lana even more. You know, that's... Yeah! It did. It did make me dislike Lana even more, because it's like, what was the point? She literally stood on the outside like she got no retribution against... Is that the right word? Retribution? Oh, I don't know. She didn't get any, like, retribution against Naya or Shayna. I thought the way I would have done this personally... To give something to somebody somewhere, make Lana look okay, would have been to have her help eliminate Naya or Shayna. One of the two. Have her help Bianca eliminate one of them. She gets a little revenge. That was the word I was looking for. She gets some revenge on Naya and or Shayna. And then... they could do the stupid count-out thing, I suppose, if they wanted to, with the other person that's left. I mean, I don't know. Just do something to make, like, people... Because this was dumb! This was dumb! This was stupid. Absolutely stupid. Mr. G's about to start speaking and is like, this was brilliant. This is the smartest thing they could have possibly done. No, you know what? It was stupid. If you wanted to protect Bianca Belair, you shouldn't have put her in this match in the first place. If you wanted to protect your tag team champions, you shouldn't have put them in this match in the first place. If the goal was to make Lana the sole survivor and make everybody sympathize for her, this was not the way to do it. Plain and simple, it wasn't. And I'm not the only person that's saying this, because there's several people out there, from what I've seen on Twitter, there are several people that were like, this was dumb. There were about 18 different ways they could have done this, and they chose this way to get there. That was stupid. It didn't help anybody. It especially didn't help Lana. So, this was stupid.
Are we done?
Yeah, till you start speaking.
All right. This was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
This was the perfect way to do this.
Why? Please, explain.
Here is
Enlighten
why.
the people, because this was stupid.
Here is why. Lana gets to be the sole survivor. She can hold that over Naya and Shayna's heads.
Okay, great.
Like, from now until forever.
Great.
Okay?
Good for her. She didn't do anything to
She didn't have to do anything.
But I don't care.
So...
it doesn't help her in the long run.
We continue down this path of, her... Naya and Shayna still saying, okay, you haven't done anything. And she can go, if it wasn't for me, we would not have won the Survivor Series. I was the sole survivor. Nobody else was left.
Okay.
It was me.
They could have gotten there by doing it 15 other ways.
Okay, but then it kills your whole story.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Well, yes, it does.
No, it really doesn't.
But it really does.
No, but it really doesn't, because there are about 15 other ways they could have gotten to this
tell me
position.
how. I would like you to tell me how.
You have everybody, get eliminated. And
they
you
did.
Have,
she was the only one left.
I don't know, but they didn't. You have everybody get eliminated but her. And you still have some people left on the Smackdown team, and she takes out the rest of whoever's on the Smackdown team. She gets to wrestle. She gets to show off some of her wrestling ability. Make people go, oh, Lana, wow, you're actually good. And she gets people behind her that way. She attacks one or the other of them, costing them the match. Naya or Shayna costing them their spot, having to do it that way, where she helps one of the members of Team SmackDown
Why?
pin them, because she doesn't like them! She stood there like a board and took what they were throwing at her! Are you freaking kidding me?
No, this is perfect.
No, it wasn't! This was dumb!
No, this wasn't dumb.
Yes, it was! This was stupid!
Perfect for storytelling.
No, it's not, because nobody's going to
Perfect.
sympathize for Lana. 'Cause they're going to be like, you idiot, you stood there like a board, doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. You had the opportunity to push her into the wall, and you didn't take it.
This was perfect.
No, it wasn't.
It was well
It
done.
was dumb. It
Well
doesn't help
done.
Lana. If the goal here is to help Lana, you didn't achieve that, WWE. You didn't do that. In fact, you put her in another position where people are crapping on her because of what you did. This was stupid.
I don't think this was stupid. I think this was the perfect way to do it. When she was in the ring, she didn't look good. So she's not going to be able to come in and look good in the ring. This was excellent for storytelling.
No, it wasn't.
Excellent. Perfect way
Where
to do
are they
this.
supposed to go from here?
What do you mean where are they supposed to go from here?
Where are they supposed to go from here? Explain to me. How is Lana supposed to look good out of
How
this?
is she going to look good? Because now when they...
Now you're going to have people on social media telling her, you
care.
literally stood there, you did absolutely nothing, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. You're putting her in the exact same position she was in 2 minutes ago. It doesn't change anything.
It changes everything.
No, it doesn't.
Whatever.
No, it doesn't.
This was
It
perfect.
doesn't change anything. Nothing, absolutely nothing. She's in the same
So
position
you'd
she
rather
was
have her
in
get
5
in the
minutes
ring
ago.
and look stupid because obviously she's not good in the ring.
Okay, well, if you'd give her time... I'm not the biggest Lana fan. It's no secret, okay? I don't think she's that great. But if you give her time in the ring to show people what she can do, maybe people wouldn't be so harsh on social media. And wouldn't be such a critic about things.
This was perfect.
No, it wasn't.
The way
It was dumb.
to do this.
There were about 50
okay?
other ways they could have done it.
This
and
is
they chose
about...
to do it
Okay,
the stupidest
here's
way
the thing.
possible. Stupidest way possible.
No, it's not. Here's the thing. Because this has been about her being thrown through tables, right? It's about Shayna
Oh, yeah, sure.
and Naya
It's just about being
picking on her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's been about. This whole thing leading up to Survivor Series has been about her being killed through a table.
Yeah. Which is
Okay? She doesn't have to get in the ring and look bad. She can
But
sit
she
here at the end of the
stands there
day.
and does absolutely nothing. Okay.
She can say, hey, I did what you told me to do, and I won for us. If it wasn't for me, we would not have won. If it wasn't for what I just did, we would never have won this. So you guys can sit here and you can throw me through a table again. But I won Survivor Series for us. I did exactly what you guys told me to do. And I am the sole survivor. Because if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have won.
Okay, great.
Excellent storytelling.
If it wasn't for Naya going on the outside of the ring and being all hot-headed and throwing people around into tables, and she'd kept her stuff under control, maybe she would have still been in the match. We could say that too.
But the whole idea here is
The whole idea here
if we
was
look
to
here,
protect...
okay?
No.
Lana's story was good. This is the first
whole
part.
idea here was to protect Bianca Belair and protect Naya. That's what the whole idea here was. That's why they did this stupid finish the way they did. So Bianca didn't have to eat the pin, and so Naya didn't have to eat the pin. That's why they did it. Lana just happened to be the sole survivor. That's why they did it. I don't think it really has anything to do with the whole Lana thing. They're not putting her in a good position.
But the whole idea is, okay? It's like a couple of people said this is a bullying story. That's what it's about. Lana is terrible in the ring, okay?
Okay, but
She's bad in the ring. Putting her in the ring and having her beat somebody, everybody's going to go, yeah, okay, what was that? That was just dumb. Like, that could ever happen. This way, she gets to hold over them without having to get in the ring and do anything. She can go, hey, you know what? I won for us. And I did exactly what you asked me to do. You asked me to stand on the steps. I did it. And we won because of me.
This match was just an entire jumbled up... Bleh! Like, it was just... I don't even know... This just made me so mad. I was like, this is stupid.
Bella and Shayna look like the only two that can wrestle. Yeah, definitely.
This didn't help anybody at all. In my opinion, it didn't help anybody. It doesn't make Lana look any better. It doesn't make Naya look any better. Bianca looked okay wrestling. Bianca was good.
I had to turn my earphones down for the rant.
Shayna looked okay.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks,
But
Jack.
even Shayna wasn't in there for very long. You had Bayley get eliminated first? Wow, Bayley's really fallen off the map, folks. I mean, she went from being SmackDown Women's Champion to being eliminated first in the match by Peyton Royce.
John Lee says, congrats, Vince.
You're freaking kidding me.
If your job was to make me dislike Lana even more, then you did your job.
That's the issue I have, though.
I don't see a problem with it. This
I
is a
think
story.
they're trying to make people like Lana, and this is not the way to do it. This
No.
is not the way to do it. It's just making people angrier about the situation. They're like, this is stupid.
Here's the thing. I don't think they're trying to make anybody
I
like
think
Lana.
they are. I think they're trying to make us sympathize for Lana.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I do. I do think that that's
whatever.
what they're trying to do. And after
I think what they're doing is telling a story, and this is one of the better storylines they've had in a while.
After came out, people are like, they feel like, you know, they feel for her, and they're like, okay, I like you more, but it's really hard to like you when your character on television
here's the
is
thing,
like,
okay?
bleh.
Here's the thing. We sit here, and we complain about no storytelling.
But
all the time we complain about no storytelling.
The problem I have with this is, I don't see how this is good storytelling!
This is excellent storytelling.
No, but it's not, though, because it's not putting...
The little guy won the match and didn't have to do anything other than what the bully told them to do.
That's the problem.
Why is it the problem?
Because this is what people have been talking about with Lana forever, is that she doesn't do anything.
You do
and when you add more onto the fire of Lana doesn't do anything, and you literally have her stand there in the match and do nothing, it's giving people more, like, bad things to say about her.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, whatever.
Because there are going to be people that are out there are going to be
Then don't
like,
talk to me about storylines anymore. Don't sit here and talk about storylines.
Blah, 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 blah.
Don't talk about storylines.
I guarantee there's people out there that are going to say that. I guarantee it. It's not helping Lana in the long run. It really isn't.
Well, don't tell me about storylines. Just telling you.
I need more to drink.
Because this storyline is perfect. It's perfect. I hated this match. This match was terrible. But the storyline part made this good.
No, but it really didn't.
How's it benefiting?
That's what I don't understand.
Here's the
How
thing.
is it benefiting Lana?
Because, you know, as
this
people
isn't
said...
making Lana better in the ring. This isn't making people like Lana more. It's not doing anything for her.
Well, Lana you can't get better in the ring if you just suck at it. Okay?
Okay,
it
but
doesn't
it's not
matter.
about sucking at it. Lacey Evans sucked in the ring. She was terrible.
I mean...
What did she do? She went in there, she worked her butt off, and she got better. That's what she did. She was in there at house shows, doing everything she possibly could to get better. And look at her now.
But the thing is, this isn't about benefiting anybody or hurting anybody. This is about, you know, stepping out and having a storyline that makes sense. This made sense the way they did this. Because putting Lana in the ring was not going to work. Was not going to happen. Was not going to work. It was going to look really bad if Lana was in the ring. There's no way that you could make her look good putting her in the ring and having her beat somebody. Wasn't going to work. This way you get her to where you tie this into the story and you make I mean, like I said, this match was terrible. But the story that they're telling made this a better match than what it actually was.
Great, so we get to drag out this crap for the next 18 weeks till the next pay-per-view, till we get to see Naya and Lana in a tables match at TLC. Can't freaking wait! So excited! Woo!
Holy cow, Charlotte Flair just came in the...
I'm going to get more cranberry juice because this is making me rather angry and I need something else to drink.
So everybody, I ran Maven off. Wasn't that awesome? I not only got her to rant, but I got her to leave. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Let's see here. Try and get caught up on chat here. The win was so big that Lana lost her Bulgarian accent. Yes, she did. She did. I didn't even bother watching her Chronicle at all. Generally, I'm telling you, go watch her Chronicle because her Chronicle was really not that bad. It was actually a pretty good Chronicle. And I haven't seen all of it. I've seen about half of it. And the Chronicle is good. I started watching it last night. And
this is what I'm saying, though. After the Chronicle and after people watching this, they're like, dude, okay, if we're looking at Lana from a standpoint of what happened in that Chronicle and how she has been handling the entire pandemic and what has happened with all of this stuff, and it's taken a toll on her mental health like big time. And she's been in storylines that have not made her look very good on TV, and people say really hurtful things on social media. WWE is not doing anything to maybe help curve some of that and maybe help her out a little bit by putting her in an actually good storyline where she can actually look good and actually shine. No, you know what they do? They put her in a storyline where she's outside the ring and she's standing there and she's doing nothing, and it's just fueling these people to comment more terrible things, and it's not helping her in the long run. That's what I have a problem with. It's like, you are literally part of the problem with why there are people that are out there commenting things like this. Like, WWE is not doing anything to help with that by putting her in actually good feuds and storylines. They put her in joke feuds where she purposefully doesn't look very good. Like, at least that's the way I see it. Because if you look at what she's done, have they ever tried to put her in a legitimate feud? No, they really haven't. So it's not helping anybody anywhere.
Again, it's the story behind this that's the important
That's the problem I have with it, though.
I'm okay, well, whatever. Because we're never going to agree. Because this has been one of the better stories.
Okay. So.
Let's see here.
You've angered the Maven. Yeah,
Lana pulling story is a classic. The issue is using Lana isn't going to end in a great match. No, it's not going to end in a great match. I don't think it'll end in a great match. I think what'll end up happening. But right now, she can always say, the idea is for her to be able to go, well, you know what? If it wasn't for me, we would have never won that match. And I did exactly what you guys told me to do. I stood on that step, and I won the match for us.
Great, I'm glad you can say that.
Mr. G, did you steal my shirt? I tried. I'm trying. I'm trying. I might have. Mrs. Gleen. Hi, Mrs. Gleen. Sorry for my late reply. I was brushing my teeth. Jack, I'm glad you were brushing your teeth. Only don't ever do it again when our show is on. Welcome back, Maven.
Thanks.
Because you know that's where they're going with this Lana versus Nia's tables, ladders, and chairs match. Yes, probably.
Yep.
Yes, I'd say that's where we're probably headed. Mrs. Gleen says dental health is important for you, for sure, Jack. I brushed mine right before the stream and rinsed. See? So, there you are. Everybody, after the show, go brush your teeth. Mr. G, did you steal my shirt? Yes, I did. Oh, hello! Or, hello, says Hakeem.
If I'm a wrestler for WWE, I would have said something to Vince because he's putting them in positions to get hate and then doesn't care if they are. See, that's like the thing I have an issue with. Is like, because of the Chronicle and everything that came out with that, and Lana talking about how terrible like her mental health has been and how much the pandemic and all the hate and everything is like taking a toll on that. And then WWE doesn't do anything to try and like, you know, stop it. Not like they can stop it completely because people are just jerks, like jerkwads.
The thing is,
and they're going to go out there and say
it
things anyways.
There should be no hate for anybody that's in the ring anyway.
The problem that I have is that WWE, I feel, has put her in storylines.
Turned away for 1 second and Maven is down the wine.
Yeah, it's gone already. It's cranberry juice, strawberry, cranberry something. I don't know. It's really good. Anyways, but WWE puts her in these storylines that aren't very good, that get her, like, so much hate.
Maven has drank the Kool-Aid.
And then WWE doesn't do anything to try and stop that and put her in something that's actually good where she can actually shine. They just put her in more joke feuds, which fuels people to then give her more hate. And I'm like, I don't get it. She's been so open about having the issues. She went on the Chronicle and was like bawling her eyes out talking about how she had so many issues. And then you do this with her. And it's like...
So, Survivor Series. What a night, man.
I get the impression that if you talk to Vince most of the time, you'll lose your job. Probably.
Quick question. How do you explain the best of the best when it is a draw?
Was it a draw? I don't even know. I wasn't even paying attention.
I don't know.
White cranberry strawberry. I just bought that, Maven, and it'll be gone if you keep drinking it. Yeah,
yes,
this is like my second cup of it, so I probably shouldn't have any more.
So then after this match that we've ranted about for now 15 minutes.
Because it needed to be ranted about.
But apparently, it was such a good match that we ranted about it for 15 minutes. So,
dumb.
What does that tell you about this match? It was awesome.
No, it wasn't. It was stupid.
No, the match sucked, but the storyline is good.
What the heck do you do with... Wait. Okay, I'm going to yell about this again for a second.
All right, we're going on 20 minutes here. This match sucks so bad, we're going to talk about it for 20 minutes.
Hopefully Maven doesn't get drunk. Drunk on cranberry juice!
Off topic, guys, did y'all hear they have a vaccine that may be ready next month? And my question is, to y'all, would you take it? James, we probably won't get it till like April or May or June. So I will have plenty of time to see how many people die from it first.
Maven can't drink wine. She's allergic to sulfites, and it's not good for anyways. Yeah, I can't drink it because of sulfites, and I also can't drink it because my intestines will hate me. So I'd rather not. More like illogical series, because that's what happened tonight. Man, so the other thing that I'm gonna yell about here for a second is like, what are we doing with Shayna and Naya? Like, they're the tag team champions. They haven't defended their tag titles. Why are we keeping them a tag team when they could be in singles action? I'm also gonna yell about Asuka for a minute. You have Sasha Banks win the match, which I'm totally fine with. But what are we doing with Asuka? Asuka's doing absolutely nothing on Raw. Absolutely nothing. She's been put in no feuds. Negative. There have been no feuds for her on Raw. And so what's the deal with that? I need Charlotte Flair back, folks. I need Charlotte
Woo!
Flair back. That's what I need, because
she's the best there is, the best
there was. It's not about her
being
being the best there is, the best there was, the best there will be. Like, shut up with that, okay? That's not the issue here. The issue is that the Raw Women's Division has absolutely nobody. And they need somebody real bad, and I think Charlotte Flair could be that person maybe for a minute until I get tired of her. So I think that they need her back real bad. And Asuka needs somebody to feud with, and whether that's Charlotte Flair or not Charlotte Flair or the person down the street or Shayna or Naya, then something needs to happen because Asuka is in a really bad position right now, and it's like, she's a champion? What? I would have never guessed. Because she's not featured anymore. She needs some help. Somebody needs to come in and do something. Because what they're doing with her right now is not okay.
No, I agree. Definitely agree.
I mean, the SmackDown's women's division will be fine. I mean, you have Bianca, you have Bayley, you have the Riot Squad, I guess. I mean, you have all these people that Sasha can fight. Carmella too. Lacey isn't on SmackDown. She's on Raw. My bad. I forgot she got moved. So, I mean, you have all these people on SmackDown that are decent, but Raw has absolutely nobody. So, that they should be fine. But the Raw Women's Division is real weak right now. Weak. Very, very weak.
Get rid of your tag teams, and then you don't have to worry about it.
But it's not...
Will Mr. G will be most likely be in line before others for the vax because of Maven's immune status. Well, I'd rather see if other people are going to die before I take it.
Yeah, I would rather not just, like, get injected first. Like, I'm not really going to, like, offer myself up as, like, hey!
Survivor Series.
Like,
more like Stupidity Series, am I right? I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay, match-wise, I don't... Like, I rather enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
It was really just, like... It really sounds like I didn't enjoy the show because I just went on an 87-minute rant about the Women's Survivor Series match. But everything else was pretty good. That's about the only thing I have to yell about, honestly.
Vince is like, nobody but you, Asuka. Yes, I agree. Guys, remember, Rhea Ripley is basically done with NXT. Could we see her tomorrow on Raw? She could step in and give Asuka something to do. I was expecting to see her tonight. I was kind of shocked we didn't see her tonight and come out and make some sort of a statement, like, to Asuka. But maybe they're going to wait until tomorrow and do it.
Oh, no.
Can I just
And
say this
then,
about Lana?
wait,
When everybody has
wait.
negative comments about she's going to read them and she's going to start thinking she's a good person outside of WWE. She is a good person. May I remind you, she was handed the title. Well, she was handed the title because she was going to earn it anyway. It's just a matter of... She's one of their better wrestlers. Asuka is, yeah.
I mean, they really didn't have any choice.
Bayley's longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champ, but is eliminated very fast.
That's what I don't understand! Makes no sense.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I think Billy Kay is going to manage Corbin. If y'all remember, Billy handed the portrait to Corbin and it looked like he was thinking about it. What's y'all's thoughts on that?
That'd be cool. Because I think Billy Kay can talk.
I don't love that because I really don't like Corbin. By default, I feel like that would really make me not like Billy Kay. So...
Yeah, I thought it was okay. The matches were extended Raw quality. I thought the matches were good. I didn't think the matches were bad. I just think there was the issue I had was there's no storyline behind most of these. I mean, if you look at I thought the Sami Zayn one,
which I didn't like that match.
I thought it was good. The whole storyline behind it.
I didn't like that match.
The only thing I said about that was I wish it would have ended a little bit differently. With Sami getting one of those guys to punch him, and the ref going, "You guys are out of here," and not disqualifying him because that's what he wanted. So I think that would have been a better way to handle that. The men's match I thought was okay. And then it tied into the whole Jey Uso storyline with Roman, which I thought was okay. I thought that was pretty good. Obviously, we just had like a 25-minute talk about the women's match. And then the Roman and Drew McIntyre match, which we were just getting ready to talk about.
Okay, so going into this, I'm not... No, don't think so. I just...
You gotta be joking me, Billy Kay? Yes.
I wasn't looking forward to this going into it, but this is actually a really decent match. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and it was okay. Better than I thought it was going to be. That's for sure.
Again, I think this was good. I think it's... Although I miss Jay even... Like, I saw him come down, and like...
He didn't do anything.
I didn't see him do anything to him.
No, because he got punched off the
apron. Camera went away from it, the whole thing, and I didn't see, like... maybe it happened in a replay or something.
He got punched off the apron by Drew. I think that's the extent of what happened there.
But overall, I thought this was a solid match.
I thought it was okay. I really didn't have an issue with it.
I knew when the ref got knocked down, I knew that Jay was going to come out.
So then Roman hit the low blow on Drew, and then apparently Jay super kicked McIntyre. I also missed that, actually. And then Roman put Drew in a chokehold, and he passed out.
Yeah.
Roman won the match.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a way to do it without having Drew get pinned, which I'm okay with, I guess. And rather than do like a DQ or something or a count out, it was a way to get to the finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good.
The only thing they could have done different with this is have the Miz come out, cash in, and pin McIntyre since he was out.
Exactly. That's what made no sense to me. I was like, is Miz an idiot? Like, because
this would have been a perfect time.
That was such. Like, were you not in the building? Because that was such a spot like where you could have.
Yeah.
Won.
Done that. Definitely.
And you chose not to even come out.
Yeah.
Like what?
The way Becky vacated the Raw Women's title was the most unique way I've ever seen. Yes, and I thought it was a good way to do it. I thought that was excellent.
Well, I mean, it's not like they had much else they could do.
No, they've been...
It's not like she was going to wrestle.
Yeah.
So.
She could have done what Seth did. Sacrifice me. You know what's sad? Becky wanted Shayna to win at Mania, but Vince doesn't like Shayna, so essentially told Becky no.
Which is so stupid, because she should have just won.
Yeah.
But it was funny, because she went on a podcast or something after that. I think she was on the Bella's podcast, and she was like, is there a way that I can, like... She's like, after I found out, you know, that I was pregnant, I was like, okay, well, I still have the title, so, is there a way that I can, like, do a match, but not, like, get beat up and just like, take the pin or whatever. And Seth was like, no! No, we're not doing that! Just give the belt up! I was like, that's hilarious. So, yeah. I was expecting The Miz to come out. That was the perfect time for him to come out. It was, and he didn't, which is... He's an idiot. A fool.
Jack says, with my disabilities, which the UK government has decided are not real, I'll make a video by about 7 a.m. your time to explain why. I'll probably be able to get a COVID vaccine early, but I refuse to. Are you going to explain why you're refusing there, Jack?
And want to wait a few months.
James says, Maven, remember Corbin is your SmackDown king. You should show respect to your king. Yes, definitely. Undertaker saved the show. And then Jack says, and want to wait for a few months. So Jack's going to wait a few months before he gets his. He's going to wait and watch people die from the vaccine before he gets his.
See, I just would rather not. Like, I get it. The whole, goes through trials and stuff. And, obviously, if it wasn't safe, they wouldn't give it to people. But also, at the same time, I'm kind of like, I'm already sick. And I don't really want to get sick even further. So I would rather not, be the first person to take the vaccine, I would rather not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways.
All right.
So one other thing about the Roman and Drew match that was so funny, it had nothing to do with the match whatsoever, but I brought my baby brother up to the kitchen from the basement, because we had the show on in the basement, and we came upstairs and watched it in the kitchen then. And he was sitting with Mom, and Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns come out, and he goes, Mom, it's Joe Biden. And Mom goes, what? It's Joe Biden. What are you talking about? He's like, it's Joe Biden. And Mom was like, no, dude, that's Paul Heyman. That's not Joe Biden. That's Paul Heyman. And I was dying laughing. It was really freaking funny. He thought Paul Heyman was Joe Biden. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life. It was hilarious. I was like, dang, Joe Biden in WWE in 2020? President? I'm surprised. I mean, I'm really surprised he's not a WWE Hall of Famer. That's never going to happen, though. As long as Trump's in the Hall of Fame, that's never going to happen.
Yeah. So then we have the Undertaker segment.
I didn't mind this. I was, just like they showed. Well, first off, this made no sense to me, actually, the beginning of this. So we have all these people, they come out, and
Biden versus Trump WrestleMania.
Winner gets to stay in the... Well, if Trump wins, he gets to stay in the Hall of Fame, and if Biden wins, he gets Trump out of the Hall of Fame, and he gets to be added. That could be the stakes. I mean, you never know. Sure. I'd be down.
All right, you going to talk about your Undertaker segment?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So, the Undertaker segment. This was kind of interesting. Respect to Taker. I'm gonna rant a little bit. So, the thing about this, that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me was they brought all these people out, and they brought all these people out, okay? You had, they had Savio Vega, they had, the Godwins, I believe, they had, Shane, they had Triple H, they had HBK, Ric Flair, Papa Shango, his name is not Papa Shango, the Godfather, that's his name. Kane came out. I mean, they had several people that came out. All of these people come out. There's like 20 of them, I swear. 20 of them standing in the ring together. And then the lights go out and we play this Undertaker tribute video, which is like, a minute, 2 minute long video, and we come back and they're all gone. And we are left with Vince McMahon standing in the ring, and I'm a bit like, what? You just brought 25 people out here for them to just disappear? Like, what? So Vince McMahon comes out. He's trying to hold it together, dude. Like, he had to take like a lot of pauses in between this. He was trying to keep it together and not be all like emotional and stuff, because he's, I'm Vince McMahon! And I'm gonna be all tough and stuff. So he was like keeping it together and trying to at least. And then he was like, The Undertaker! Or whatever. And then The Undertaker came out, and The Undertaker did his 85-minute long entrance. And he came out, he came into the ring, and he was like... Behind him, we have these chants. Thank you, Taker! Thank you, Taker! For like 15 minutes, I swear, dude. So that was the first round of them. And then we get a moment of silence with just cheering, loud cheering. Woo! Yeah! After another 15 minutes there, we get another thank you, Taker chant. And by this point, I'm sure Taker's standing there and he's like, Vince, stop it! Just let me speak! And so then he finally picks up the mic. Says, for 30 years, I've been the dead man. Now it is time for The Undertaker to rest in peace. And then he does a weird eye thing that I can't do. If I did it, it would just look like this. Which absolutely looks like nothing. And so he then gets down on his knee and does his whole Undertaker thing. And this is the part that I thought was real freaking cool. And I was like, oh, man. They had a hologram of Paul Bearer with his, we're all up in the air and the thing. And they did that. And then Taker, bowed his head. And I think they did, a bell of, 10 rings or something like that. And I think that's what they did. It was, the longest pause ever. And then he got up and walked out and did his whole thing. And that was that. It was really drawn out. I'm okay with it, though. I mean, he got his moment of, kind of just say goodbye. I mean, I don't know what else he was supposed to do because, there are no fans there. It was a moment for him to sort of take it in of, this is it. And it's over. And I've had a good run. 30 years. It's crazy. And I am The Undertaker. So. They also had the music. Jack said the music. Yeah, the music in the background was so weird at the beginning. It was, real creepy. It was, I don't know if it was an organ or what the heck it was. It was, the weird, synthesized. It was so weird. But it was it was the weirdest noise ever. And then they played his music and it was cool.
This was terrible.
I feel like people are being really harsh though. Because, what did you want?
This was bad.
What did you want though?
What did I want? Mm-hmm. Well, first off, you spend 15 minutes calling all these guys out. Mm-hmm. And so they're standing in the ring.
You had Kane dress up in his gear for, God's
And then you have The Undertaker come out. Well, actually, you have Vince come out and do his little speech. And then The Undertaker comes out. Mm-hmm. The 15 guys that were in the ring disappeared.
Yeah, I know. It was poof.
Why?
I don't know. That's what was confusing about this to me. I was like,
if the whole idea was to have them be there to, if the idea is to have them congratulate the Undertaker on his career and everything.
I don't know that it was necessarily congratulatory.
Well, then who cares about them? We spent more time on them than we did on the Undertaker coming to the ring.
I don't know. I feel like it was more so. I don't know.
And the Undertaker takes forever.
It didn't make a whole lot of sense as to why they did that. I don't know. I don't know why they did that. They could have left that out, and it would have been fine if Vince just came out and was 30 years this man, has been a part of this business in WWE, and there will not be another Undertaker ever. There will be nobody who is even close to having the career that he has had. And, it's really sad and unfortunate that he's decided that his time is up, and, it's time for him to retire, and here you go, The Undertaker, the dead man. The Undertaker! And then he just could have walked off and let The Undertaker, walk in the sunset. and do that whole thing. But I don't know. That was the only confusing part, was having all the people come out at the beginning and then not be there for the rest of it. It was just, I don't know.
It was dumb. I thought it was...
It was a bit weird, but I don't know.
No, not a bit weird. It was just dumb.
I was okay with this. I mean, it gave him his moment.
To what?
Sort of,
he came out and he goes... It's time to have the Undertaker rest in peace.
But the thing about it is, though, is like... I don't know what they were supposed to do, like I said, because they didn't... It's not like they have any fans or anybody there. It's the Thunderdome.
Well, I agree. I mean, it's the fact that there's no fans, but still...
I don't know what else they were supposed to do for this.
Well, I don't know either, but this was just, like, stupid the way they did it.
I feel like what really hurt this, per se, was... He kind of already did this. You know, he didn't, like, leave his gear in the ring and stuff, but you know, the idea of, he sort of did this at WrestleMania, whatever the year that was, 33, was it? That he fought Roman Reigns, whatever year that was, and he sort of left his stuff in the middle of the ring and walked off, and people were like, is that it? Is it over for him? You know? So I don't know. Mania 33. That's what I said, man. Smart. But I don't know. I don't know what else they were supposed to do for him. I feel like it was very,
I don't know.
It was a moment for him.
John Elite says, where the hell were the
good.
Hall of Famers when Taker was speaking, huh? Don't tell me they got decimated by Thanos. Give me a whole yeah, I did. Not sure what he's answering there. Because we, haven't, caught up with chat.
Aunt told us what the music was.
Oh, got you. Taker deserves better. Kane's got a belly in Knox County. They disappeared because Thanos was wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. Yes, probably. Or Roman, one of the two. Ant and I are mods. We're awesome. You are awesome, both of you. By the way, if you're in here and you've never seen Gimme Hole, yeah, go check them out. It was a Tesla coil. It should be down in the description down below. Should be.
Should be in our two different things.
Yeah.
So.
The move over back over to our channel could have messed things up. We already found a couple of errors, but that's okay. It was a Tesla coil. What you saw was live lightning created with a Tesla coil. Shot at different rates to create the Undertaker theme tune.
Neat.
Live, it would have sounded immense. Such a technical feat. That's cool. Mania 33. Oh, no, I'm not the spanner again. 33 was Roman, yes. I was 22 years old when Taker debuted in the WWF. Now WWE. No problem, Maven. Just lending you a hand. Jack, you mean Roman. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know. It was just, I think it gave him a moment to sort of soak it all in. And like I said, I don't know what else they were really supposed to do with it because there's no fans. There's nothing else that they could do. And it was at the end of the pay-per-view. And I don't know what else. You know, it's not like it was a match and it was his farewell match or something like that because he already did that with AJ. And so it's I don't know. I think that it was just, it was a moment for him to sort of soak it all in and just be this is it. You know?
Well, I think that's ultimately what
I think that's why it took so long, is because he was this is it. This is over after this. You know?
Well, it's one thing he's never going to forget.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably wouldn't forget, the day you retired anyway, or the day you said, I'm done. Mm-hmm. But with the circumstances, this is something that he's always, that there's no doubt he's going to go, I had to go out in front of wait, there was no crowd. I was in front of a bunch of TV screens and had to do my retirement.
So I don't know.
I was 22 when Taker retired.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was probably more so what it was. I don't know that it's necessarily the best thing for the fans, per se, but I think it was definitely, a moment for him so he can find, kind of have closure with it and just, it's over.
Well, we've had him come out and just lay his stuff down like it was over then. Then he had a match with AJ. And now he comes out and does this without a crowd. So I'm guessing that when there are crowds and we get back to semi-normal, he's going to come out and do his speech again.
Maybe, I don't know, they might just wait for him to go into the Hall of Fame because I think he's going in the Hall of Fame next year. That's what I think is happening.
Well, I agree. I don't think it's... I mean, he's going to go
I think
fast.
that he's going to be the headliner for next year. It's what they did with, what's his butt when he retired?
What's his butt?
Last year, the year before?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
What's his butt?
Like, isn't Sting in the Hall of Fame? Like, after he had his, like, big, like, final match, they announced a couple months later that he's, like, the big name for the Hall of Fame or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of what it's going to be. And I think that, honestly, you know what I think? I think that when he goes in the Hall of Fame, whether it be next year or the year after or, you know, whatever, I think he needs to be the only person that goes in for his category. Because he has had such a well-known, storied career that, not that nobody else deserves to be in the same year as him, but nobody else deserves to be in the same year as him. Like, he needs his own year just for him.
Yeah. The music they played during the vignette to Taker was the same song used when he made his entrance at Mania 36. Jack says, John, you missed Thanos from the Avengers in the crowd. I mean, I haven't slept since Election Day, but still. Jack, you've been awake for a long time.
I couldn't find Thanos in the crowd, Jack. Where was he?
You should probably get some rest, Jack. You're seeing things. Go get some sleep after we're done streaming here and you know, rest up a little bit for tomorrow when you have Monday Night Raw. As we will be back after Raw tomorrow night. Maven and I will be back. If you want to watch, Ant, are you guys doing your normal routine with the streaming while it's on? The live stream. Guys, here's a question. Say, if you don't have COVID, does that mean that you have to take the vaccine?
Well, I think the vaccine is supposed to be preventative.
I think the vaccine will be for anybody. My guess. Because they don't know how long immunity is, and there have been some people that have got it a second time.
It's more so to try and not get COVID.
Woo! Normal routine. All right, so tomorrow, go watch. During Raw, you can go check out Give Me a Whole Yes podcast. They will be streaming during Raw, and you can interact with them.
Yeah, they're great.
And then after their show is over, you can immediately come over and check us out here on...
Watch us recap
on the Wrestle Stories. We will have our second show in our return from the dead.
Next year's Hall of Fame class will be the 2020 class, as they've not been inducted yet. In 1993, they did only induct Andre as the only person in the Hall of Fame. That's what I think they should do with The Undertaker. And that's what I've heard, too, is that they're going to do this year's class for next year because, you know, they didn't get to do the Hall of Fame and stuff, which I'm totally fine with. And then, like, I think the year after that, they should just do Taker. And it just needs to be him. Like, I don't think that they need to have anybody else in his year for the Hall of Fame. Like, he will be the only Hall of Famer of, you know, 2022 or whatever. Class of 2022. The Undertaker. And that's it.
By the way, give me a whole yeah. I watched your prediction show. What was Dom drinking? Just curious. Can you guys do Randy Orton's pose during his entrance?
Do it.
I can't do it.
I probably can't either. You can't even see it.
How was that, Johnny Lee? Is that good for you?
Do you have a favorite... Okay, I need to know everybody's... Like, since we're talking about The Undertaker, like, what is everybody's favorite Undertaker moment? Or, like, one of their favorite Undertaker moments?
Taker deserves a single induction at next Survivor Series.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that.
That'd be cool.
They could do that.
Pina Colada. He needs to stop drinking those when he's on stream.
Why? I haven't seen it. What did he say?
Go watch it. I'm just saying go watch it.
Did he say bad things?
No. He was like, oh, I need more of this when I'm streaming. Get some rest, Jack. Unless you want to rest in peace. No, he was like... He was just
maybe
like,
he should drink some of those when we're doing our stupid watch.
Maybe he should.
Watch-alongs.
Don was drinking. Don Perrione is very rich.
Maybe he needs to be drinking that.
So nobody agrees with me that Billie Kay began Corbin's manager. I think it's possible, James. I wouldn't mind seeing her be a manager. What?
Said he'll have more energy and be more into it.
He was definitely into their
instead of having
prediction show.
This is my impression of Dom. Give me a whole yeah.
That's only when he's getting tired.
No, or maybe it's
like-
entire stream. Sorry.
He's getting ready to fall asleep.
No disrespect to Dom, you're great, but like, I'm just saying. I mean,
Don't worry, he's not here. Because he's got to get his sleep.
precisely!
So you can make fun of him.
Ah, man.
It's okay.
Sorry. I just have
James, notability as Corbin's manager. I wouldn't mind seeing it. My favorite Taker moment was after the ladder match with Jeff in 2003-ish.
to. See, I really like...
My favorite moment. My favorite moment was all of them.
See, he's had such a good career, and like nobody else is gonna have a career like he has. There's no chance. Nobody ever. Nope. Sorry.
Anytime the Undertaker came out,
Hello. Sorry. Back. What happened?
we were talking about Dom.
I was just impersonating Dom.
Dom.
Hello. I'm Dom.
Hello. I'm Dom of Gimme a Whole Yeah podcast. Dom. See, you can't tell the difference. We're
Jack
the same
loves
person.
Dom's forehead. WrestleMania 38. Or 28. Sorry, 28. 28. That's 28.
We have not had WrestleMania 38 yet.
No.
We haven't even had 37.
Oh, Dom sometimes forgets he's entertaining the world.
Oh, man. So, I don't know. I really like The Undertaker's early stuff. Like, his feud with Mankind is one of my favorite
So give me a whole
feuds
yeah. The
ever.
question was, what is your favorite Undertaker moment?
I really love his feud with Mankind. Like, all the matches that they had. You had, I distinctly remember just, like, watching these pay-per-views over and over again. You had the Buried Alive match. You had the Boiler Room Brawl. You had their Hell in a Cell match. I mean, they've had so many amazing matches and such a good feud. Like, I really, really enjoyed that. Undertaker, the casket match he had with, I can't think of his name.
WrestleMania 38.
What is his name?
It's like in 2 years' time, Mr. G. I was predicting the future, John Elite.
Well, not early stuff. I didn't mean like early stuff. Jeez, man. But like.
Like, I don't understand why
it was
all of you dislike
earlier.
Billy Kay so much. Y'all are heartless and have no soul. James, I'm cool with Billy Kay. It's not you all. I'm cool with Billy Kay. I think she'd be good to get on
I'm
mic
fine with Billy Kay too.
for somebody. I don't know if Corbin's the right guy. Maybe she
Okay,
should do like Chad
whatever.
Gable or somebody like
That
that.
was 97, 98. He debuted in the 90s. Okay, great. Yeah, definitely not early. But you don't. Whatever. His Mankind stuff was good. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, 97, 98 would be early, wouldn't it?
Compared to now, yeah.
I mean, you figure that's 22 years ago?
He had the casket match with Kamala. That was a good one. I really liked that feud. I thought that was fun. That was a fun one. His casket match with Yokozuna.
I love him winning the belt off Hogan a year after debut, but Hogan politicized to get the belt back in a week. As well he should have. Billy Kay is a cracking character. Just not very good in the ring.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think she'd be a good mouthpiece for
Harsh.
somebody.
Harsh.
She'd be a good manager. Definitely.
I remember,
too.
I think it was the Buried Alive pay-per-view, actually, with Mankind, the Buried Alive one, where The Undertaker got buried.
Alive.
No. Duh, sure it won't.
But he was dead?
I
suppose he is dead.
I think it was that pay-per-view. If it wasn't that pay-per-view, I don't know what pay-per-view it was, because I'm pretty sure it was Buried Alive pay-per-view, where he was, like, buried, and then on the screen they had him, like, come up from the ground or whatever, and then they, like, showed him on the screen, and he was, like, the flashes of lightning, and he was all, like, dead and stuff.
No,
and
you
was,
shouldn't
like,
have
him in a
Mr. G.
casket. It was
Hogan
really
is a
cool.
douche.
Mr. G's like, I don't know how to respond to that.
No.
What was the other match I was going to say? Oh! I loved 1994. SummerSlam, 1994. I believe that's the pay-per-view. Undertaker versus Undertaker. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna see if I'm right.
The Undertaker wins.
It was the real Undertaker versus the fake Undertaker, and it was.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
Maybe it was Survivor
In your
Series.
house, buried alive.
I loved those pay-per-views. Like that like time frame is like probably my favorite ever. I just find them so entertaining and like they're so like I don't know. It wasn't all, you know, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, but it also wasn't like Attitude Era. Or like the beginning of that with like DX. So I really loved that whole time period because I find it really entertaining. And you have like you had those feuds. You have
SummerSlam 94.
Go me. I'm so good.
Royal Rumble 94. Maven. Taker died to heal up an injury and ascends to heaven. Undertaker was to return. Also one of the disciples of the Apocalypse. You look like you're confused.
Interesting. Was it Royal Rumble 94?
James? I like Billy. I'm just saying no to her with Corbin. That's all.
What was it?
Hakeem says, ah!
Who did he fight?
Who did he fight? The Undertaker faced Yokozuna in a casket match. God rest Yokozuna's soul. I am back. Back again. We're talking about Undertaker versus Yokozuna in a casket match, and like the Undertaker ended up
What
killing.
was the Buried Alive match then?
They just said right there.
No, duh, Sherlock. I know.
Thank you for calling me Sherlock, but it was just a matter of reading.
What happened in the Buried Alive pay-per-view?
I think between Maven and I, we've got our WWE trivia down. Probably.
I mean, like,
In your house.
I'm pretty good though.
Buried
Like,
Alive with
I
a professional
remember
pay-per-view.
things.
Here we go. Who was it?
Undertaker versus Mankind in a Buried Alive match.
That was...
Undertaker beat Mankind. Okay, so yes, it is the Royal Rumble match that I am thinking of. All the heels came out during the match, and they tried to bury him, but then he got up. Ah! I remember. I haven't seen this pay-per-view in a long time. But I really love that match.
It was a sweet match.
Also,
It was
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Stellar match. Really enjoyed that one. Shawn Michaels' gear, Undertaker's gear, the whole, like, you know, light dark thing. I love that too.
Didn't Taker have a casket match with, like, Miro in, like, Saudi or something? No, he did not, because Miro was not in WWE. Just saying. So that match...
You're not wrong.
That match never happened.
You're not wrong.
Nope. You're wrong, Johnny Lee. Sorry.
Man, that time period though, like, that era is, like, my favorite because not only did you have, like, that stuff, but then, like, it might have been a little bit later when you started having, like, all those, like, in-your-house pay-per-views. Like, those are some of my favorite ever.
Oops, I meant Rusev, Mr. G. Yeah, you probably had a match with Rusev.
And that was around the time period you had, like, Shawn Michaels and Diesel working together, and, like, that is one of my favorite duos of all time. Like, they're just so good. And so, I love that time period. It's amazing.
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker crown jewel.
Matches! Where's his list of
Hakeem
matches?
says, The Undertaker buried me. He buried us too, Hakeem. And now the Wrestle Story is back. We found our way out also. Which one are you looking up now?
I'm just looking up Undertaker.
Oh.
Matches!
You're not wrong or right. It was Rusev and Saudi. Yes. Rusev. Rusev Day.
Let's go all the way back to the beginning, 1990.
In 1990,
The Undertaker. I just
The-
want pay-per-views though.
The Undertaker beat Sonny Blaze
I don't really care for all of this stuff.
in the
I
WWE
just want
WWF Wrestling Challenge.
Actually, technically, it wouldn't be WWE, it'd be WWF. Technically,
Yeah.
because they are WWF, not WWE.
He beat Randy Hunter.
Oldest?
Dude, you keep hitting buttons and I'm trying to read.
I'm just trying to find the pay-per-view matches. Whoop whoop, too sweet. Yes.
I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Great show tonight, and welcome back to the Wrestle Story. You see you all tomorrow night for Raw. Going to find a PS5 tomorrow later. Everyone see it, and good night. Good luck, James, on finding a PS5. I hope you find one. When you do, you can give us a review and see if you like it.
I need pay-per-view.
But yes, we'll be back tomorrow night on Raw, James. So we'll see you tomorrow night. Oh, a wall fell on me today. A wall fell on you. What?
We need you to elaborate on that, please.
Do you guys know the title of Cody's theme in AEW? What's the title of it?
Kingdom? Like Fallen
Yeah,
Kingdom?
it's
Kingdom?
Kingdom.
It's Down Straight, I think.
Kingdom. I think that's the name of it. What? Down Straight.
What is their name?
Who?
The band that sings it!
Oh, just look up Cody Rhodes. Yeah, look up Cody Rhodes' theme. AEW theme.
It's the same people that do the Miz's theme.
Yeah. Kingdom's the name of the song.
Down
Straight, yeah.
Downstate. There's no R there. I
Downstate.
thought there was an R there.
Well, that's pretty stupid. They don't know how to spell their own names.
I put letters in where there are not letters, and I thought there was an R in it, but it's Downstate, I guess. It's spelled very weirdly.
Back when he was called Kane the Undertaker. Yes. Night, James. OMG. Play Undertaker, go home, be with his wife and kids. He did everything for the WWE industry. Yes, but he's not going home. He's still doing other stuff.
Man. Yeah, it broke walls down.
Now is Taker burying Wrestling Rant's account? No. It's still going to be around. In fact, I'm probably going to put the rant from tonight over on there.
Man. 1991, Tuesday in Texas, Hulk Hogan defeated
Ant broke
Undertaker.
the walls down. What did you do, Ant?
I don't know, but WrestleMania of 1991, he beat Jimmy Snuka. The next year after that, in 1992, he defeated Jake the Snake Roberts. And then, at Survivor Series, this is the match I'm talking about, the casket match, which they were calling a coffin match back then. He beat Kamala. That was such a good feud, though. Like, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 9, the Giant Gonzalez. Oh, that match.
The Giant Gonzalez.
That year, dude. The Giant Gonzalez. Let's just take a second to, like, really remember that match.
It was cool. Yeah, I'd taken down a garage. The roof was off. And the wall was collapsing. I climbed some ladders to push the peak over. It all fell on me. I'm well bruised up. Well, hopefully you're okay. And not,
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you wouldn't try and be a muscle man and tear down a whole garage by yourself, that wouldn't happen. The part where Alexa rose from the barricade last week on Raw, it would have been cool if she'd had blood in her mouth. It would have been Johnny Elite.
Okay, I just want to know, why did you climb some ladders to push the peak over? And it fell on you. Like, how does that work?
Well, he was probably up on the ladder and pushed the peak, and, like, the whole thing came down on him. Rather than...
But, like, why risk it, though? Like, why be like, ah! You know?
Well, you're supposed to push things away from you and
That's
not towards
what
you.
I'm, like, I'm a bit confused by.
The Giant Gonzalez match was... Yeah, definitely.
Like, if you were pushing it away from you, I don't quite understand how it...
Oh, before I go, if anyone is planning on getting a PS5, be careful. People are at FedEx stealing PS5s now. I'm saying goodnight. James, I'm not ever having my stuff sent FedEx anyway.
1994 was a good year.
Did you have one stolen from you, James? I had a computer several years ago that I ordered, and it never showed up at my house.
Yeah. You did it twice.
Yeah.
And 2 times it didn't show up.
Yeah, and then the company tried to say that I had them and, like, wouldn't allow me to try and reorder.
Like, dude, we don't have them.
Yeah, I'm like...
The ladders are trashed. Think they saved me from breaking my legs. TBH. Alright, Ant, this is your lesson. Don't go busting walls down. Okay? It's not a safe thing to do. You have a podcast to continue. Don't do that.
When you talk about Undertaker moments, I think about him and Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Randy Orton. Yeah, I did push it away, but it all buckled and fell on me. About a quarter of a ton of bricks.
I'm sorry.
That's just not good.
I'm sorry.
Maybe
I shouldn't be laughing because it's totally not funny, but it
Well,
also kind of is.
don't try and take the whole building down at once, and then you don't have to worry about that. See, Ant, that's where the problem was. You tried to be Thanos and take the whole building down all at once. You're supposed to like take it apart piece by piece and not like have the, take out the entire building.
I'm sorry.
Now you got Maven laughing at you.
Never mind, Aunt nearly died today. I just, just laughing at him. It's fine.
I've got an Xbox Series X. It'll be a while until I can afford a PS5. What do you think about the Xbox Series X? Is it good? I heard on TV where someone bought a laptop online and when they got the box, it ended up being rocks. That's not good.
Yeah, that's a bit
Yeah.
questionable.
It's because people are stupid, that's why.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think, it never, the computer we ordered never, made it to our house. So, both of them said they were delivered, and they weren't. And I filed a claim and everything, and then the company we bought it from was like, oh, you can't order a third one. I'm like, dude, this isn't my fault. You guys didn't send it to me. Or if you did, someone took it.
Got the job done. No, never mind, you nearly died doing it. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm more of a PlayStation guy than an Xbox guy, says Johnny Lee. Yeah. I prefer the PlayStation too.
It's easier to control.
Gimme Holy Ass says it's all good, got the job done. Yeah. All right.
I'm still looking at Undertaker matches.
All right.
Undertaker and Mabel. That was another good one. Casket match. Top notch stuff.
I love my Xbox Series X. I've used it daily. Cool.
Man, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker casket match, 1998 at the Royal Rumble. That's where I think Shawn Michaels messed up his neck in that match, I think, if I recall.
I play PlayStation almost daily. About the only thing I play, though, is Fortnite right now.
He messed something up.
Haven't played an
match,
Xbox before.
I'm going to look that up.
Hakeem has not ever played an Xbox.
Let's see if I'm right again.
Nope, you're wrong again.
Casket match. Helps if I spell things right.
I'm going to file a lawsuit on Vince because he took my ideas. The Thunderdome was my idea, not his. Yes, he takes all of our ideas. PS5 controller and the Xbox controllers look similar. I wonder how they feel.
Shawn Michaels.
That is Shawn Michaels, yes. Correct.
1998.
Michael Shawn Hickenbottom. That's what he should have went by, not Shawn Michaels. His back hit him during a spot when he went to the casket.
Smart me, person. Ha!
HBK messed his back up.
Yep. I am
Snapchat.
brilliant. He messed up his back. I was just about to read that. In 1988, it was that match. 1988? Did I read that right?
Yeah.
I don't think I read
1988.
that right. No, that says 1998, right?
That's what it said, but the other thing said 1988.
I don't know why.
I don't know either.
That's not right at all. Anyways, it was his back. I don't know why I read it 1988 in the thing. Anyways, it was his back that he injured Shawn Michaels in the casket match with The Undertaker, and then he was out, and then he had to retire, at whatever, and then he came back at the pay-per-view, several later.
I hate it when Vince takes our ideas, which we work hard on, Mr. G. Yes, I hate it too.
Guys, I love when I remember things.
Can't believe he does that. I love when I remember things too.
His next match was WrestleMania.
That'd be 14.
14, there you go.
Yeah.
Reading Roman numerals is difficult. And then SummerSlam 2000. Wonder if Jimmy will join Roman. Sorry,
He will. Hakeem, he's going to.
Snap.
He is going to join Roman.
I love when I remember things like clear as day. I remember these things happening. I don't know why. I don't know why I am like that. I remember
He takes all your ideas. Are you to blame for the Survivor Series 2020 pitchforks at the ready? No, I'm not to blame for the Survivor Series 2020. The fact that he takes all of our ideas doesn't mean that I have all the ideas he puts out there.
I don't remember. I don't know why I remember such useless information.
Yes,
but
useless information.
I'm a wrestling historian.
All right.
My ears really hurt.
I think with that, we're going to take off.
On a stupid band.
We will be back tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw, right here on the Wrestle Story. You can follow us here. You can check us out on Twitch. Maybe tomorrow I will have
Stuff
the
set up.
Facebook going, and it won't say that we have nudity in our channel. I have no idea.
What were your ideas?
What are your ideas again, Mr. G? I have all kinds of ideas.
Yeah.
All kinds of ideas. I will share them with you soon, Johnny Lee. Very soon. You will see my ideas unfold in front of your eyes. Good night, friends. Great show. We'll see you later. Give me a yeah. Everybody, thank you for stopping in. If you have not followed us, follow us right here on the Wrestle Story. Hit that little button that says subscribe. Hit the like button on the show, because it seems like we have a few people in here that, like, the likes and the people in here are not, well, they are now, I suppose. They weren't earlier. So if you have not liked the show, the show here, hit the like button. Is it confidential? I mean, classified? Yes, it is confidential and classified, and you will find out very soon ideas that I have for wrestling. I have some ideas for some shows that I may do. I just need to figure out exactly when I'm going to do them. So with that,
Tomorrow.
we will see you tomorrow,
Peace
Monday
out.
Night Raw. Everybody take care and stay safe. With that, we're out. Peace out, everybody.
You never gave your rating for the show.
Oh, you want my rating for the show? I thought tonight was 10. I thought tonight was a 7.5.
Sorry, we got sidetracked by the Undertaker.
7.5.
I would give it a 7.5 as well.
Popcorn the button, like the like button. Yes.
So nice. Peace out, guys.
New content. Yes, I have some ideas on a show. I don't know if Maven's gonna join in or not. I've given show to her, but she's doesn't seem too thrilled about it. So we'll see what happens.
It's not that I'm not thrilled about it. It's just I'm a busy person and I'm trying to do other things too.
Yeah,
So
we'll see what happens. So it may just be me doing the show. So we'll see. With that, peace out,
guys.
everybody.